Hello. The other day I was at a panel discussion focusing on retention of employees that was sponsored by the Workforce Development Committee at the Brooklyn Chamber. Some of you know that I am an active member of that committee. And one of the things that came up by one of the panelists was the idea of, instead of doing exit interviews, to do staying interviews. And this was something that I think every attendee was kind of curious about, because the idea was really focusing on the positive rather than the negative, as you could think about this. What this company was doing, and it's actually a mid-sized company, but what they are trying to do is, when they realize that their employees stay about 3 years, and then they get a bit antsy. And so at the 3-year time frame, they begin to have conversations with the employee as to why they have stayed and what they need to stay longer. It's a very interesting idea that is really focusing on the positive and giving the company and the employee very important information, because oftentimes as an employee, we just happen into a job. I know when I got out of college, I just happened into the Human Resource Administration. They were giving a test. I took the test. I passed. I got offered a job. I took it. And it was kind of accidental that I even went to graduate school. A few other people around me were going to graduate school. I hate to say it, but I was rather naive. I didn't even know there was a graduate school for social work at the time. But that got me embarked on a career in social work. And most of you know that I left that career a long time ago to really apply the skills I learned, the important skills of problem solving and listening and strategic thinking, to the corporate world. So I want to invite you to think about a couple of things right now. One is the idea of instituting these why do you stay interviews with your people. Every company kind of has the statistics as to when people are leaving. You can easily find that out. And then a few months before that time, begin to have these interviews so that you can find out what you might be able to do to keep a good employee employed with you longer. The second thing also is to think about your own career. And have you stayed because you've never even thought about it or thought about doing something differently? Or have you stayed because the salary is so good and it's comfortable? A lot of people stay in marriages for those reasons. And, at the end of their lives, they kind of scratch their head and say, what did I do with my life? So I'm hoping that you'll get to ponder a few of these things this week. This is Rosemary Bova. Oops, I forgot to tell you that earlier. And this is TGI Rosey, my weekly video blog. Let me know what you think about some of the thoughts that are shared with you today. Have a great one. Bye.